G'day viewers, welcome back to the channel. It's Mel here with my co-host Poindexter, and occasionally Kaz will pop in to say, G'day Kaz.
G'day Kaz.
Right, so what you see in front is actually my next video, which I'm hoping to bring out on Tuesday, so I'm thinking about calling it Tight Ass Tuesday. So anyway, I'll put these aside. First up, before we get into the actual topic, the postie came during the week, and on Monday I got a couple of stickers, and the first one, of course, Wilson told me about it. It's from Scott of Mount Dunedin Raceway. Thanks, Kaz. Ta-da. Let's see if we can zoom in. So thanks for that, Scott. Appreciate it. And whoop. And number 2, yes, that's right, Nico, slot car dude. By the way, he was my my second subscriber to the channel. I actually mentioned it and said, keep doing what I'm doing. By the way,
I was first.
Kaz doesn't like my tapping. Anyway, so I got them, and then on Friday, I got another delivery, and it was Ryan from, what's Ryan call himself? PNW Slot Car Dad. So he actually sent us some stickers from his local, thank you, Kaz, Slot Car Club. That's Poindexter's job. Anyway, so we got these on Friday, so thanks, Ryan. I really appreciate it. Just gonna work out where we're gonna put them. I'll show you where I put these guys later. Anyway, so, well, actually, now, what am I talking about? I will show you now where they are. All right, so here's the quick update. Nico is up here on the international section with the other massive amount of stickers. And Scott is near below. Scott is below Dick. And, of course, this is the Australian section. So, yeah, it's getting there. I've got a few on the way. I'm sending another one out on Monday for Shane Husey. Go check out his channel. So let's get on to today's topic. So with this sticker exchange, people might notice that I've got a version 1, and now I've gone to a version 2. People that actually bother to watch my intro will notice the billboard that you see, and also the billboard that gets ran through by the car, is version 1. So I thought, since I've gone to version 2 for a better sticker, I thought I'd better redo the intro now. A lot of channels, they do AI, CGI, NFI for intro videos. I prefer to do is what the Hollywood people would call practical effects. So we'll go in and explain how much work goes into what you pretty much see as 9 seconds worth of video. So let's show you the first section of the video, and then I'll show you the whole setup with the jump and the billboard, and we'll obviously get to version 2 of my intro. All right, might be suffering from a bit of deja vu, but that is pretty much what happens for the first couple of seconds of the video. I've updated the sign here to version 2. So the old one's actually behind this one. And this is a magnetic racing container, which of course is on the scenery piece that you see near the start finish line. The original version 1 is still on that side of the container. I won't be taking that off. Plus I won't be taking off the logos off all my marshals that you see on all my scenery pieces and on pit road. So that's how I do the first section, of course, obviously in the dark. We will now go to my stunt setup. And I need a little bit more room to show you. I had to move location so we could actually show you the rig we used to do the intro, as Kaz will now slide it on the table for me. All right, so that shows how big it is. That's what she said. It is actually 2 normal straights Carrera track pieces. You can go now, Kaz, if you want.
Okay, goodbye.
Bye, Kaz.
Bye, Kaz.
And what I've actually done is 2 standard length straights plus a standard straight shoulder for both pieces. This is actually made out of just scrap pieces from magnetic racing. Got copper tape. It's been soldered to the track, so it's actually got power all the way to there because from testing we noticed it wouldn't jump very high at all. This is another magnetic racing sign, one of those standard billboards. And here's a switch for the light. The copper tape here for having cars parked across. Same thing underneath this gravel. It's had the same scenario. It's copper tape where I've just soldered it onto the actual tracks. And then this is just all Woodland Scenics. That's meant to be just the tall summer grass, which I act as reeds and other plants. And that was, remember the company's slot, what was it called? Slot Track Scenics, which Pendle Slot's taken over. Whoop. And that switch, as people would know, you've got permanent power to the track. That switch turns on this little LED light. So the new logo is printed on some tissue paper and then it's fixed to the magnetic racing billboard. Now, how I do that is I just use some scrap pieces of timber with these bull clips to make sure it's a nice tight fit to the sign. And then once that's done, I remove the actual handles on the bull clips for a couple of reasons. One, the camera, it might sometimes show when you're filming, poke out too much. Plus, also, occasionally we've found out that the cars clip them as it's going through the sign. So, yeah, hey, got to look after those slot cars. So we take them off for that reason. That's pretty much it now. So let's get down to the track and we'll show you how we go through the filming process. All right, we're just testing out the car because this car got a new donk. So I'll just take it for a quick spin, make sure it's Mickey Mouse. There it comes. All right, so what we're going to do is just make sure she's doing the jump all right. All right, so now we've got the sign in posi. You can see there's a little micro switch here, push button. There you go, it just turns the light on. So what I have to do is tape that and then we're good to go. All right, because this, spit it out. Because the switch is actually what we call a momentary on switch, I actually just normally use a weight like this guy to hold it on. So we are ready to go. I just got to get my other cameraman and my stunt girl. We're good to go. So that was take 1. Or maybe just one take only. I did put some butane gas on the tissue paper, so maybe I shouldn't have done that because it went up pretty quick. Didn't it, Kaz?
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, say g'day to the viewers, Kaz.
G'day to the viewers, Kaz.
So anyway, I'll do my editing and we'll see how well that went. Oh, by the way, no cars were harmed in the making of this. Okay, I think some viewers will know what's going on. So let's check out the new intro. Right, so let us know in the comments what you think of the new intro, if you think it's good enough. I might think about later down the track, maybe have another crack at it, because the butane that I sprayed on the paper, tissue paper, might have been a bit too much. But anyway, this is the stunt vehicle we use, which is a Carrera 77 Trans Am, a couple of mods. One of the main mods is it's got a 25k NSR donk in it. As you heard me talk about before, that it's got a new motor in it because the original Carrera went poof. If I don't use this one, I've got the gold one, which is Kaz's. Anyway, that'll do for today's video. So thanks for watching. Remember to do the usual stuff. If you aren't subscribed, subscribe. Live life on the edge. Please give it a thumbs up if you think it's a good video. And not only I will say goodbye, but say bye, Kaz.
Bye, Kaz.